research by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations has shown that the agricultural sector is the largest of the Nigerian sector, and although it employs two-thirds of the entire labor force, it has the potential to do more if it received the necessary attention. Nigeria has a total land area of about 924,000 kilometers square. Of this, the World Bank says that 77.74% is good for agriculture. However, in 2017, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development said that only 40% of Nigeria's arable land is under cultivation. This does not mean that the government has not been making efforts in improving the situation in the area of production of crops, which are most suitable for the Nigerian climate and soil. Such crops as rice, beans, cassava, cocoa beans, groundnuts, kola nuts, maize, yams, and others have been receiving attention. In 2016, rice paddy production for Nigeria was 6.07 million tons, a 2.9% decrease when compared to the 2015 production of 6.2 million tons.
Nigeria, we need to be patient, close our doors, try to improve on what we produce, eat it and sell it. Gradually develop it to a standard that everyone in the world will come and take it. But if we say we want it 100% today, every nation started somewhere. We need to start somewhere, and patience is the key.
The federal government says that by September 2015, the country was importing 644,131 tons of rice. But by the same month in 2017, rice importation had dropped to 20,000 tons. Both states and federal government have taken some conscious efforts to boost production. With these efforts, the federal government has placed rice production at 15 million tons annually. And this has saved Nigeria over 216 billion naira from the importation of rice alone from Thailand and other countries.
If you take 460 billion that we send importing rice into Nigeria, an additional 60 billion in a month of Christmas, you will realize that over 500 billion is sent importing rice to Nigeria. That 500 billion would have gone to your pocket. And Cross River State is ready to harvest a whole chunk of this money. Last year alone, federal government spent close to 100 million on provision of seeds. Now we have the biggest factory that produces seeds. This is the plant now. We are going to visit it. We are producing seedlings. So Cross River State, from our 1.3 trillion budget, we know for sure that a minimum of 100 billion of that money will come from this factory.
Yam has also been of interest to the government, a crop which the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization says Nigeria accounts for 61% of the world's total output. Recently, an initiative tagged Nigeria Yam Export Program was established with the aim to take yam processing to the next level. The committee, which is driving the program, has set the target to export about 480 tons of yam, equivalent to 20 containers, every month in 2018. The program, which began impressively on the 29th of June 2017 with the export of 72 tons of yam to Europe and the United States of America, seems to have gone quiet.
The federal government's thinker team, led by Professor Simon Itwange, came to your state and requested if you have what it takes to join this yam export stuff. We did. I was there in Lagos when the yams were put in containers. The yams were properly packaged in specialized, in customized cartons. What we had later was that some people just started exporting without passing through the screening process. And that was what was giving massive media outrage. It wasn't the two containers that were exported, that were packaged at I forgot the name of that port in Lagos. It wasn't those 2 containers that were packaged properly that had the complaint. It was the follow-up, but not by a coordinated mechanism. You see, people want to cut corners. People want to cut corners to make money. But in one of those exports, unfortunately, some of those yams got rotten, but not the one that was done at the first instance by the federal government. No.
In spite of these activities by the government and the private sector to boost agricultural production in the country, the sector is not yet at its best. The setback are challenges which include the continuous practice of subsistence farming, outdated land tenure system that constrains access to land, a very low level of irrigation development, limited adoption of research findings and technologies, high cost of farm inputs, poor access to credit, inefficient fertilizer procurement and distribution, inadequate storage facilities, poor access to markets, and price control.
The problem facing farmer is the price control. We sell our product at the price we can sell. You know, during the days of 60s, 70s, we have board for all these things. There is a cocoa board, there is a coffee board, which controls the sales and marketing of all these products. But now there is no such. You can sell your own at the price you like. I sell my own at the price I like. And the middlemen are the people enjoying the work of the poor farmer in the farm, because they will just come into your farm, buy it at the rate because of the that's the problem we are facing. But if government can come to our aid, like say buying whatever we produce at the price that this local government, if you produce cassava this year, this amount we are buying, this local government, this amount we are buying. You know, even it will ginger the youth to come into farming business. You see, the problem facing farmers is many. It's many. Some of the farmers want to expand. There is no equipment to expand. If you want to, even if you are on 5 hectares this year, next year you want to go into 10 hectares. You know, you have to employ more hands. But the bulldozer per day is about 60 or 70,000 naira per day. And to bulldoze, to clear about 10 hectares, the bulldozer will use 3 to 4 days. After that, you buy diesel. Then you pay for the low loader who will take the bulldozer to the site. So where the farmer get all that money? But if government can come to our aid, at least to clear the land for us at a minimized rate, so that the farmers can be paying this money gradually, maybe yearly, when they are producing. To plow a acre now is about 8,000 to 9,000 naira in some areas. If you're having 100 acres, you know how much that one means. Where will you get the money? You understand? We don't have enough tools to work. Government should come to that area. And secondly, we don't have good road to our farm. You understand? We don't have good road. The road to our farm is very, very bad. You understand me? Then secondly, this Fulani Boro problem is giving us a hectic problem.
The challenge of preservation of agricultural produce is at the beginning of the value chain in the sector. These are the areas which require attention to make agriculture boom in Nigeria. That's our big story. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ini John Mekwa.